Well, it says I'm live. I don't see me on there, but now I do. Hi, everybody. Okay, so welcome to the first edition of the Festive Friday Files. So, Kane, what I am familiar with is from my high school band teacher, who said to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is inexcusable. So, now I'm all the way live. Yeah, it's a little bit like I appreciate the delay. Theoretically, actually no, I really don't. Because honestly, 30 seconds. I mean, for somebody like me, 30 seconds is just enough time to realize that you screwed something up, and that in just a little bit, everybody's going to see it. So it makes it worse, not better. At any rate, so I'm trying to make sure I keep track of all my windows. Actually, I have an extra window because I did the pop-out chat like I usually do for Trek Reluctantly, but I'm also watching it here in the studio, so I'm going to close that window. One less thing to worry about. And then there's this one. I do need this one because that's my pictures. I have pictures for you guys tonight. So, and also I have a video. And I'm realizing belatedly that I don't know if here in OBS I have one that says pictures. I didn't test it. So you will get to see some on the fly figuring things out. Yeah, it is what it is. So here are the Festive Friday files. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. So yeah, starting right off, it is December 16th, and school is out, sort of. Today was the last day of semester 1 finals, and grades are in, theoretically, this was something that was new for us. Typically, we have 2 days of planning when we get back from Christmas break. I'm not sure what else to call it because we also have winter break, which is in February. And the school system calls it Christmas break. And let's be honest, it's because of Christmas and the American New Year. I guess it's the Gregorian New Year. I don't know. Anyway, so usually we turn our grades in on the first day back from break, and then the registrar runs all the grades, and we go through the paper copy, and we compare the paper copy to what we see on the computer. And Kane 20 sees same issues. There are many other holidays. Do we get a break for Halloween? No. It'd be really nice if we did, but we don't. That's probably one that would, especially like the day or two after Halloween, that would be really nice. Anyway, so typically we have those 2 days back. The first day we turn our grades in. The second day we check to make sure the final version, the stored version of it, matches what we see on our computers or our access to the server. So we double check it. We get a paper printout. We double check it. We sign off on that, and that's the second day. Today was the last day of finals, and then we had 2 hours to get everything in. Now, for me, that didn't actually matter much. It was a little, I don't know, not exactly hectic, not exactly frustrating. So, because I'm not teaching this semester, what I had to do was collect all of the grades from all of the dual enrollment classes, which is a little bit challenging because the dual enrollment class that I'm most closely connected with, the English one, is actually 2 courses. So I had a double set of grades to put in. And then in addition, I had all of the online courses. So I'm responsible for keeping up with all of the English classes online, all of the science classes online, and all of the electives. So agriculture, Spanish, German, psychology, just all sorts of stuff, nursing. Any of those classes, not, in fact, there were a couple of history courses that showed up for me. I don't know why. I shouldn't have been responsible for those. Somebody else was supposed to be doing history. But it might have been that I was responsible for putting the grades in for those, but I didn't actually have to grade those. I just hope I didn't have to grade those, because I didn't grade any of those. I was told I didn't have to. It's complicated, you guys. So that is a really not difficult process, but you have to like click and wait for something else to load, and click and wait for something else to load. And then you have to take that information and go back to the first thing and put it in and save it and wait for it to save before you can go on to the next one. And it's just, it's so tedious. And it's like baby step, wait, baby step, wait, baby step, wait. And you have to do everything in the right order, or else you have to go back like 6 steps and do it again. Didn't like that. Yeah, didn't like that at all. I wish that process was much more streamlined. You know, it is what it is. Kane, you're right. I'm right. We totally should have off a couple of days after Halloween for recovery. I think especially medical professionals and educational professionals. We need that. We need a break at that point. All right, I'm going to minimize the window that has my pictures, because I think those come up a little bit later. So, but yeah, so now teachers go back for 2 more days. Monday, I think, is mostly meetings, and Tuesday is mostly getting ready for second semester, because when we come back, that is a day of almost entirely training. Well, I think we have a staff meeting the first half, and then we have training the second half, and we get training on our character education curriculum, which I really don't like. It could be worse, though, but I'm incredibly stingy, and I don't think the curriculum is all that effective or helpful, and it really gets under my skin that we spent any money whatsoever on it, and we probably spent a whole lot of money on it, and I don't like that at all. I also do not like that we have to sit through this training for several hours in an afternoon. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. But time with students is done, and I really do overall, even when we do stuff that I don't find particularly useful, I like my colleagues. And on most school days, we don't get a whole lot of time to, not just connect like socially, but also, talk to each other about the teaching strategies we're using, what we're seeing in our students, and those sorts of things. Professional type connections. Even though we're working together, like, we don't often get a chance to work together. And professional days let us do that. So I'm looking forward to those, Monday and Tuesday. Even though they're work days, they're a different kind of work day. And it's a kind of different that I like. So, yeah. And then we'll have about a week and a half where we're off entirely from the job. I will be working more at the Enchanted Garden of Lights. Yay! And I will be spending some time with family and volunteering at the library and theoretically going to work out. Haven't been doing that much lately because I just haven't been feeling good, actually. I thought about saying that's my excuse, but no, it's true. I don't know if you've heard me sniffle a little bit and then, drink some tea. This is Paris by Harney & Sons. Quite good. I would appreciate it more if I wasn't so stuffy. It affects what you can taste. Your taste and sense of smell are very much linked. Anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to a little bit of a change of pace. And let us not forget, y'all, next semester I get to teach again. Finally. This is like the first semester ever that I've like not actually had a class to teach. And it has mostly been interminable. towards the middle and end of the semester, I kind of got into more of a groove where I could I knew who to go to. First of all, they started using me to cover classes. Pros and cons, I definitely got to see other classes, see other styles of teaching, connect with students that otherwise I would never see. I got to know some students that aren't my students. It was really kind of cool, and see them in different classroom environments. I sometimes got the opportunity to teach, when I was in a co-taught class a couple of times. I got to teach other subjects like math and science and help students out in ways that they would not have expected from an English teacher. Likewise, just today, I was covering in a math class, and a student was making up work for English, and the math teacher, or the co-teacher, I was covering for the lead teacher. The co-teacher said, well, Ms. Cole's an English teacher. She might be able to help you out with that. And because he was asking her to explain a poem to him. And I said, okay, bring it over to me. And I told him, read it to me. He read it to me. Okay. And it was, is it Dickinson? Success is counted sweetest by those who ne'er succeed. I should know who wrote that, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, so, not look on the bright side, but look for the bright things. And so I said, okay, let's look just at that first line. What's the topic of the poem? Success. It helps that that's the title too. And I said, okay, so what is it saying about it? That it's sweet. I said, wait. Look at the end of that word. How does that word end? E-S-T. I said, well, what does that tell us? He's like, well, it's the most or the best sweet. Yes, thank you. I said, all right. And then we went into the second line, by those who ne'er succeed. I said, so who is success sweetest for? And he said, those who are almost successful. It's like, that's a really good guess. I like that context. That's not what that means, but let's look at there's a word in there that I think is going to be unfamiliar to you. And it was ne'er, because it's N-E-'er. And so I said, tell me what you notice about that word. And he said, it's N-E-E-R. And I'm like, no, there's something else there. What else is in there? Poor dude. My dude could not come up with the word apostrophe. That's okay. It's like, it's the thingy. I said, okay, that's fine. We'll go with thingy. What does that thingy mean? He thought about it. He said, is it plural? I was like, nope. I said, tell me another word that uses that thingy. And he's just like looking at me. I'm like, all right, another word that uses that thingy is I've. What does I've mean? He says, I have. It's like, okay, thank goodness, we've got somewhere. I said, okay, so I've is what we call a contraction. It's when you mush two words together, and the apostrophe, the thingy, shows that there are letters missing. So take a look back at that word. That apostrophe tells us that something is missing there. It's been put in place instead of letters. What do you think the word would be if we use letters instead? And he said, never. I said, okay, let's take a look at that line with that word in there. Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. I said, so who finds success the sweetest? And he goes, people who don't succeed. And he took like 3 steps back. He's like, I got this. I was like, and he started, I said, good job. He started back and I said, wait, hold on. You asked me to explain that to you. I said, did I? He goes, no. I said, I pointed some things out, but you figured that out. You can do this. And he went on and he did it. And that was just so nice. That was so nice. And now that I have my, I will have a class next semester, I'll get to do that with my students. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right. So yeah, I think that's everything on that one. School is out. Scrolly. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be one that I saw an article for, and I decided to put it in here. Solar cars. They're like coming off the lines in the factory in the Netherlands, and they are like, they're going to be like mass produced, available, not just like prototypes or like something that, a little bike that somebody put solar panels on and go whoosh. Like mass produced, factory made solar cars are like a reality. How heckin' cool is that? So the factory is in the Netherlands, and I just think that's fantastic. Obviously, yeah, I don't know, Kane. I mean, they're, as far as, I mean, let's take a step back. Let's think back 5-10 years ago when the first Teslas came out, and they were pretty exciting. And then as time went on, we noticed that there were some problems with them. On the other hand, electric cars in general have become more and more viable. We're still discovering things, and we're still finding out ways to make them better. Same thing's going to be true with solar cars. So this particular brand, make, model is probably not going to be like the end all be all. That's the way things go. We find ways to make them even better. So hopefully these won't lock people inside and burn, but yeah, hopefully we will be able to deal with mechanical and technical issues and continue to improve them. But even just this much, this is a big step, and I think it's really pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Like, welcome to the future, y'all. This is the 21st century. We don't have flying cars yet, but we have seen people with like Iron Man, flying sort of jetpack type things. Not jetpacks, like holders. I don't know. Yeah, jets. So that's pretty cool too. All right. I don't have a whole lot to say on that. I haven't actually gotten to drive one or anything, but I saw the news, and also I have my family has friends in the Netherlands, so that's pretty cool. I always vote for the Dutch team in the World Cup. Just also, despite the fact that they have a hideously bright orange for their team color, it is what it is. Go Ajax. Yes. So I think this is in Ohio. The article that I'm going to link in the description is about anti-overdose vending machines in Ohio. They have supplies like Narcan and things like that can help treat overdoses. And so the article's about Cincinnati, but there are others in various places throughout the world. And the important thing here is the focus on harm reduction. And I think I said something about this last time because I was talking about homelessness and people who are unhoused. And I also I not pushed back. I nudged back a little at my beloved Senator Warnock, who tweeted that Georgia veterans and their families deserve affordable, safe housing. I'm just like, doesn't everybody deserve safe housing? I'm just saying, we have the opportunity to help people without making them jump through hoops. That's what this does. This doesn't require you to prove that you are trying to get clean first before it saves your life. It just says your life still has value. Even if you're still an addict, even if you don't intend on turning your life around, even if you're just, this is where you're at right now, your life still has value. And what we see through the way that this affects larger groups of people, the effect that this has on people is that when they are treated as though their life has value, they're more likely to begin treating themselves as though their life has value. Sometimes when somebody's in a really dark place, they can't see that about themselves. And when somebody else does that, maybe they don't understand, but they can see it happen. And that makes it more possible for them. Kane 20C, I did not. Well, I guess I could have figured that flying cars have been made. I mean, honestly, let's be real. Like a Cessna's it's a flying car. You know, it's a little flying sedan, but um, yeah, but it's still cool though. There is that. Okay. So yeah, I am very much in favor of harm reduction and of helping people without, judging them or requiring them to jump through hoops. The Enchanted Garden of Lights. I have been working there. I love it. It's so nice. It is so nice. Um, I thought I would miss being a character actor. Um, but honestly, the fun part is just interacting with the guests and seeing the little kids, their eyes like light up when they go, and of course the puppies. It's a pet friendly place, and there are so many dogs of all different kinds of sizes, and they're so excited to be there. And I have some pictures that I want to share with you, um, that I put down here someplace. Hang on, just a minute. Where did it go? Okay, this one. Now, let's see if I can do this the right way. Let's rename this one because this one goes later. I want to rename it. There we go. Oh, okay, sure. I want to rename this one too. Let's just call it that. Okay. And then let's name this one. Let's see if I can do this one. Okay, so I'm going to be doing something a little bit scary that I'm not sure I can do. All right, so I'm going to just right on here. I'm going to do it right here. I'm scared, you guys. Okay, so there's my window. And I'm going to do another window capture, so it should go right on top, right? This should work. Window capture 3. Let's go with that. This one, okay. Why are you so there? Can I make it bigger? What is going on? Why is it window capture 3? Why are you not on top? Alt? I don't know what it did. It's hidden for some reason. Why are you... I don't want to go full screen. Okay, settings. Winterbird, and I'm so glad that you're enjoying it, even though I can't exactly figure out what I'm doing. Capture method automatic? Yeah, let's go for automatic, because, okay. All right, I'm going to change my scene to pics, which is going to mess things up for a minute. Because, no, that just has image. That's not what I want at all. It's flowers. Window capture 2. Frozen. Uh-oh, still frozen. Uh-oh. I don't know if you can hear me or see me at all. It's completely frozen. Oh no. Second 0. Oh, wait. It looks like, hey, I see movement. I see movement. Ah, hi, everybody. Okay. Okay, so this is Steve. I'm on the phone with tech support, you guys. Hang on. Here you go. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
I don't know. Did that? You, I froze again. Thanks a lot, Steve. All right. Okay. So, hang on. Let me put you on speaker. So, I'm gonna tell. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Close. It says all streams or recordings will be shut down, but like if I shut it down on OBS, it's not gonna shut down the stream.
Well, if it says it'll shut it down, then it might shut it down. Now, what?
But I don't want it to shut it down.
Well, okay, but if you have that setting turned on, like, do you have it set? How do you usually end your streams?
Usually I click end. I click I click end stream on YouTube, and then I stop streaming on OBS.
Okay, let me open up OBS and see where because you can set OBS so that if you click stop streaming in OBS, it will also stop, wait, you're moving it again.
Yeah, I think at this point I might be okay. But window capture is not working, and I'm very not happy with that. I wanted to.
I'm not sure what to tell you about that. I mean, at this point, it might be best to just cut your losses and move on to another thing, and we can figure it out at some point later.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I've figured something else out. Okay. So, okay, well, I'm gonna hang up on you because I'm gonna talk to them.
Yes, continue with the show.
The show must go on, y'all. All right, say bye to Steve.
Bye.
Oh, he was saying bye and I hung up. Oh, well. So, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tell you that there are some super, super fabulous pictures. And I'm going to put them, because I have a community page. So, I'm going to put them on the community page after the stream is over. So, you'll be able to see all of my beautiful things. And I even have a little video. It's super short, but it won't actually get recorded as short because it's horizontal. And it just like a little pan and scan of the lights of Chattanooga from Rock City. So it's actually going to affect my number 6 as well, but because that also has picture. But it is what it is. We're going. So we'll just go with it. This was, I really don't know if I can call it a learning opportunity. This was an opportunity to practice grace under pressure. I don't know that I learned anything because I still have no idea why it did that. And I don't know why the window capture is not working. IDK. I will have to take a look at it later. So, Kane, apparently, at the moment, not very well. That's the answer. Oh, and Rose, you were able to hear Steve say hi. All right. So, moving right along. Scrolling. Okay, so there's this dude in England who had, I don't know if he had a restaurant or what, or if he just had a big old oven, and he decided that in order to help people save money on their electric bill, he was going to, or their gas bill if they had a gas oven, he was going to offer to bake their Christmas cakes, their desserts and stuff. Christmas cake apparently is like a thing in England. And he was going to offer, if they brought their Christmas cake in a pan, he'd bake it for them. And it became kind of a community thing to the point where it wasn't just cakes. It was also like other sorts of treats, as well as even casseroles. And I just thought, I was like, that's really kind of cool. Like, it used to be a thing. Like, you would have a baker. A baker was like the baker. But it's not somebody that you go to and like, you just go to a bakery and buy their stuff. You still have your stuff. And they just bake it for you. And so the thing is, the article talked about how he did this so that people wouldn't have to like like have all that residual heat leaking out into their house. Because running your oven can be expensive, but like what really made it cool for me is I can be somewhat absent-minded. I forget things so easily, you guys, so easily. And so I was like, if somebody else bakes stuff for me, I might actually bake, because like the biggest thing for me is like I'll go to cook something or I'll go to make tea, and then I can't just like sit there and wait indefinitely. I'm not even good at like waiting the like 30 seconds it takes to flavor the hot water. If I don't like, move the tea bag around for those 30 seconds to just keep myself focused on that, then 7 or 8 minutes later, I'll be like, my tea's oversteeped. Oh, so, it is what it is. And then of course in baking, it's even worse than that, because I don't think there's anything that you can bake in 30 seconds. So, having somebody who like I could mix it up and put the ingredients in and things like that and do all of the like the focusy work, and then take it to somebody who would take care of the timing stuff, that would be awesome for me. And I won't say I would burn, well, I won't say I would burn less things, because I don't burn things now, mostly because I don't bake. But I could like do the prep work and then come up with baked stuff, and I wouldn't have to worry about burning stuff. And that would be pretty darn cool. So, well, Scott G, given that I have some time away from school coming up, maybe I will try out some OBS tutorials. It's hard though, because there are like certain things that I do, and sometimes a tutorial will say, here's how you do this thing. And I'm like, I don't think I want to do that thing. Is that helpful to learn? Is it helpful to know? So that's how I feel about GIMP. There are things that I know how to do with GIMP. These are things that I want to do. It can do other stuff. That's great. I kind of don't care. And so sometimes, like when I'm learning this other extra stuff, it confuses me, because like it kind of crowds out the stuff that I do want to know, or that I already know, and then I forget the stuff that I already know because I'm learning this new stuff. So we'll see. No promises, but who knows? Maybe I'll actually have, videos that are like snazzier or something. IDK. All right, so last but not least, this is a change. I think I told you guys about the pickle program up at the Enchanted Garden of Lights, which was, it's their customer service motivation thing. You watch this video, like it's very repetitive, about this guy who had a customer come into his, sandwich shop, and he always ordered the same thing, hamburger with extra pickles. And at one point, the cashier says, okay, well, I'll have to charge you 25 cents for the side of extra pickles. And he's like, I've never paid 25 cents for pickles before. They always just give me the pickles because I asked for them. I mean, honestly, I can kind of see where she's coming from. Just saying. Like, people dealing with teenagers, I see a lot of boundary testing, and you sort of have to recognize when it's not just about the pickle. It's like, how much can I get away with? You say this is the cost for this particular product, but what if I add other things into the product? Can I get this for free? What if I add other things into the product? How much can I push you and get away with? And so, look, I understand this, but the guy who owned the sandwich shop said, look, just give him the pickle. Make the dude happy. It's not a big thing. You can do the not a big thing and make the customer happy, and everybody wins. And then you feel happy because you made somebody stay. Ta-da-da-da. So they have a thing. They have a little, they have a program where you can nominate somebody for the pickle award, and T is very fickle, K20C. You can nominate somebody for the pickle award if you see them doing a particularly good job. I don't want to say exceptionally good job, because the point of this is to make doing a really good job the norm. And so was it? No, it wasn't just this past Sunday, because I meant to turn it in this past Sunday and I forgot. But Sunday before, towards the end of the shift, I had one of the other staff members there come up to me and handed me a little business card, which I no longer have because I turned it in today, but I have a picture of it that I will put on the community page. And it says, "Give him the pickle." And he said, "I want to give this to you because where I've been working, people have been coming up to me and talking about you. And they said that you've been doing a really good job and you've been really friendly and really helpful. And so I wanted to give this to you." And so I took it to Human Resources today, and they had me draw from a little cup, and I unfolded a piece of paper, and it said, "You get a $10 Amazon gift card." And I did. And that was just really nice. The $10 Amazon gift card is really nice. But being recognized both by the people that I was helping, that I was working with, the customers, the clients, the guests, as we say in the biz, and like that they told another staff member, and that staff member then came back to me and told me about it. That's all pretty cool. Da da da! Yay! Did it work? Okay. Shh. I moderated my channel. Boom. Take that, y'all. So yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good. That made me very happy. And I think I forgot to turn it in last Sunday, but also it was nice to just hang on to it. So there's my 6. I do think I'm going to continue doing this on Fridays because mostly because I want to continue working at not the Enchanted Garden of Lights, like after the Enchanted Garden of Lights. Yeah, exactly, Scott. You have to be careful about that because if you give a mouse a cookie, I mean, all hell breaks loose. Let me tell you. There's a whole, the Ancient a book. There's like a whole series about that. But yeah, I think I'm going to continue doing this on Fridays because that will give me, I think I'll ask for, I don't know, haven't figured out, but I'd like to continue working up at Rock City one day a week, going into the new year. I really like it. Yeah. So those are my 6 things. Yeah. I want the credit. That didn't work out so well for him though, did it? Yeah. But it's nice. It's nice to help people. I mean, Steve and I say that a lot when we talk about the charitylinks.page. You can help somebody out. That's good. Yay. But it's just true. It's just true. And especially up at the Enchanted Garden of Lights, there's just like I'm really good at what I do. Because people will just say like, okay, so where do I start? And the thing is, you can go any direction. Just like don't go off the path, and don't go stomping through the lights. Don't ruin stuff. But I'll look at a group, and I'll look at how many people are with them. I'll think about what time of day it is, what their ages are. So so Santa Claus, the workshop for pictures with Santa Claus opens up at 5 or a little after, but we start actually letting people in 4:15, 4:30. So what I might tell some of those groups, if they've got small kids, is go straight out to the overlook, take the shortcut, and maybe have some hot cocoa. Look at, so this is 4:00. It's still daylight out. Look at the sun starting to set and the way the lights, not the lights in the city, but the way the sky changes color and the way the clouds move and things like that. Take just a little time. Sit down, watch the flags waving in the breeze, and relax for a little bit, and then come straight back this way, and you can head on to see Santa. I'm also very careful about not saying Santa. Sometimes if they're really little, I'll spell it out. At other times, I'll just sort of, nod my head toward the sign and say, if you want to see someone important. Because I'm just like, maybe they don't want to pay for Santa pictures. Or maybe they've said, if you're good, we'll see Santa when we get home. don't know what's going on. So there's lots of hinting going on. But then the other thing I tell them is pay attention to your kids' energy levels. Because if they're like really, they want to run around and do all kinds of stuff, great, get that energy out of them. But at the same time, you don't want them to be like tired and cranky and I want to go home. Then they're like, no, we're going to get pictures of Santa. That's not great either. So you can go and do part of the trail, go back and get pictures with Santa when the kids are a little bit calmer, and then go and do the rest of the trail. And then when they're ready to just face plant, you pop those little suckers in the car, buckle in those safety restraints, and head home. And they will sleep, and you'll have a wonderfully peaceful ride home, and then they'll be up all night. Congratulations. Welcome to being a parent. You know how it goes. So, and when there are people who have their dogs, I talk about, different places that you can go, the best places where they will be all excited where they have chipmunk burrows. And when there are people who are, what they can do with their strollers and where the stroller and wheelchair accessible areas are. And if there have been a couple of people who've come through with boots on, like not like just, a lot of people with boots, but some people with like the boot like I had, because they have like a sprained ankle or something, just ouchy boots. And I'm just like, and they'll ask, are there a lot of stairs? Or is it far? I'm like, that's like really subjective, but I'll say if you start off on this trail, this one doesn't have as many stairs, and that'll give you a good idea about this other trail or this one where there's more stairs. Do you think you can make or not? This will give you a good test run. And so thinking about what each unique group might want and what works best for them kind of is like what I was saying earlier. It says you have value. You're not just interchangeable with everybody else. You are unique, and that matters. And that's something that I really, really believe in. And this job allows me to do that in different ways. And I like it. So, yeah. So I think the next time I'm planning to do this is week after next. So is that New Year's Eve? Let me look at my little calendar here. Doop, doop, doop. Yeah. No, it's New Year's Eve. So, yeah, I would love to have you spend some time here with me again and start looking ahead and making plans, dreaming dreams and wishing wishes for 2023. I will update the description in just a little bit, and don't forget to leave comments about the things that are going on in your life that you are especially happy about. Thanks so much for